So, family, my apologies for the few minutes of lateness. I'm going to keep it real with you. Close to the workplace, I just had to go grab some breakfast, and I didn't really want to make a video with you seeing me eating. So, bear with me. It will be a quick one, but I have to address a few things because I'm hearing some stuff that's really wild. So, I'm addressing Garfield's weird statements. Now, once again, he made a video with Egyptomaniacs in the title. If you know his account, you can go there and you will see that's his latest video. Now, Garfield is pushing for the historicity of Jesus, and he's saying stuff that are so whack that I'm very surprised. I thought better of him. So, once again, my apologies. But after this one, I will go to work. So, okay. Now, let's go straight to the nitty-gritty. I will start by the latest quote that I heard from him. Well, two of the latest quotes. But that one is a quotable. Just like he had a hip-hop quotable in the Source magazine, for those who know, for those who remember. Now, this is a... Listen to it. Garfield said, we're going to prove Egyptian writings. He said, we're going to prove Egyptians existed with the Egyptians' writings. So why can't we prove Jesus existed with the Jesus writings? Then he said, this is a hypocrisy. When it comes to methodology, he mentioned methodology, and he said, we are being hypocrites. That's one of the wackest statements I have ever heard from the conscious community. And I'm so surprised that Garfield will say that. So, the Egyptian writings, when it comes to the historicity of the ancient Egyptians, the Egyptian writings are, for the most part, contemporaneous of the lifetime of the individuals that we are talking about. And I will go further because, like I said many times, when we say contemporaneous, people like to give it 50 years or so, 100 years or so. The Egyptian writings, for the most part, when it comes to the pharaohs, for example, they are dated from the lifetime of the pharaohs. But when it comes to the Jesus writing, as Garfield calls them, none of them are from the lifetime. None of them are from the lifetime of Jesus. And he loves to quote some scholars, notably Bart Ehrman. Bart Ehrman himself said that. Now, I invite everybody to go on my website. It's afrostyrly.com/English, actually. It's the latest link in the description box. And you will see it says on the bottom of the page, I think it says Christianity and the Bible. If you click there, you will have several quotes about the records that we have or we don't have about Christianity. You understand what I'm saying? So this comparison that Garfield tried to make is whack as hell. Garfield, you're just getting whacker by the day. I mean, come on now. For real, I mean, I really don't want to be on a rah-rah stuff. I don't want to sound arrogant or disrespectful. But that statement, I'm sorry, I'm standing by it. It's a whack statement. It's like somebody who is lacking. The reasoning is just low. That just doesn't make any sense at all. You're comparing a society for which we have records. You're comparing people for which we have records with someone for which we don't have any records whatsoever. Now listen to the second quotable that he said, and that's where I couldn't go further. That was towards the end of his broadcast anyway. Now he said, John the Baptist is a real person because he said John the Baptist is a real person He's confirmed in Josephus. Isn't that work as hell? What is the lifetime of Josephus and what is the lifetime of John the Baptist? So basically, according to Garfield, if someone writes and says that 100 years or so ago, that person lived and said that, then we should assume that it is confirmed. That's just ridiculous. That's straight up ridiculous. So now John the Baptist is confirmed because Josephus, that's Flavius Josephus, mentioned him. He must just be regurgitating a quote that he heard. He sounds so much like a Christian apologist. It's crazy. It's just crazy. There's no logic whatsoever. Now, the other things that he said, he was talking with a brother. And he mentioned, the brother told him that we deal with primary when it comes to the historicity. You know, they like to ask, how do you know that person existed and so on. And the brother told him, we deal with primary first. We are taught to deal with primary first. And Garfield said that John is a primary. Garfield said that John is a primary. Now, Garfield, if there was one question that I was to ask you is, show us the primary for John, and that's John being Jesus's disciple or Jesus' apostle or follower. Okay, Garfield, show us the primary for John, because Bob Ehrman clearly stated that we don't even have no records from those people. So show us the primary. Do you think, Garfield, that primary means, now this is not a question I expect an answer for, but I'm wondering, do you think that primary means the first record or the only record or the oldest record? So Garfield proceeded to read a Wikipedia article about the historicity of Jesus. I mean, dang. And it's like we're going 10 years back. 10 years back. I remember like 10 years ago, there was a squad of so-called Kemetic people who were teaching that Africans are living a jungle life, who were teaching that black means death. And at one point, they were talking about the Bible is our history. They were talking that the Bible is our history. And you have the fake linguist, greetings back today, you have the fake linguist who was talking about black Hebrews and all that, black Hebrews and Kemet and all that. That the writings were real because somebody wrote it. Now, at one point, Garfield proceeded to what I could call a barbershop analogy, not to say barbershop scholarship. He asked a brother, where did you meet your wife? The brother said, in the mall. And he asked the brother, do you have any witnesses? I don't believe you. That sounds like somebody who has something to say and is just trying to find. That's really barbershop analogy. That's just ridiculous. You want to compare somebody meeting his wife with the Jesus character? And now we hear some convenient stuff about, well, the miracles and all that was not real. They were trying to make Jesus supernatural and all that. And those are things that we found in the Old Testament. That's so convenient. It really sounds like a Christian who's trying to make excuses as to why we don't have no record whatsoever with the narrative of the Bible. So now, conveniently, we're going to say, well, all the miracle stuff, that's the people exaggerating. But he was real, though. He was real, though. What are the records for Jesus if he was real? Josephus? Decades after Jesus died, if he existed? Now, I want to say something, brothers and sisters. The Nation of Islam were given millions of dollars by Gaddafi. On several occasions, they were given millions of dollars. Now, I'm not making any accusation. I'm just saying, I would not be surprised if later on we found out that Garfield is or was being founded at some point, either given money or given privileges by some Christians, because he really sounds like a Christian apologist. And for him to talk about Egyptomaniacs and pushing that Jesus was real and John the Baptist is real because he was mentioning Josephus, and he has the nerve to talk about Egyptomaniacs. Now, at one point, Garfield even said that we have tons of sources for Jesus. What are you talking about, man? What are the dates for the sources? Everything is after his lifetime. Now, I will leave it there because it's going to be 10 minutes, man. I will just leave it there, man.